Would you be comfortable flipping a coin to see if your customers will come back a second time? Yeah, I didn't think so. But here's the kicker. 1 in 2 shoppers won't come back if they've had a dodgy delivery experience. That's right. Half your customers, poof, gone, thanks to a late package or a squashed box. That's where Ship It comes in. The Aussie-made delivery solution could be your secret weapon. In the last year alone, Ship It helped retailers save over $220 million in freight costs. With automated fulfillment, expanded carrier options, and multi-store management, Ship It's turning one-off shoppers into lifelong fans. Join leading retailers like Myer, Kmart, Cotton On, Harvey Norman, and Freedom Furniture, and over 4,000 others who've stopped flipping a coin and turned delivery into a competitive advantage. Visit shipit.com to find out more.
Welcome to The Checkout. We catch up with previous Add to Cart guests and ask them 5 quick questions to get to know them better and leave you with a little extra inspiration to get through your Friday. Here's your host, Bushy.
Today's checkout features Adam Furness, Managing Director of Impact.com APAC. Adam is a leader in the world of partnerships and marketing automation, and he is transforming the way that big brands collaborate with influencers, affiliates, and other businesses. In this episode, Adam shares some fun insights, including his favorite tools for keeping his team connected, the weirdest thing he's ever been gifted, and his biggest challenge when it comes to balancing tasks and relationships. Adam Furness, welcome to The Checkout. It is brilliant to have you here. After our main conversation with Roger from Brand Collective, where we discussed all things partnerships, including some of the exciting things that are coming down the line from Impact.com. And it was brilliant to get your thoughts on circles versus funnels. Didn't we have some fun with that?
Mate, how many times did we mention circle? I reckon 10, 15.
Better than the amount of times you mentioned Perky at IPX. I have 5 quick questions for you, and I want to learn a little bit more behind who is Adam Furness. Number 1, what is the weirdest thing that you've ever bought online?
Okay, I'm going to give you 2 things here. I'd never really bought a weird thing online, but I've certainly been given a weird thing that was bought online. So every year we've got a group of friends, we get together, we do our KK, Kris Kringle. Yep. And the weirdest thing I've ever been given in that was a GIMP mask. And so, yeah, that was the weirdest thing I've ever been given.
It was weird that it was on your wish list.
That's good, Nate. That's good. Definitely coming from you. Okay, so that's the weirdest thing that I've ever been gifted or given. I haven't actually bought anything weird online, but one of my favorite things is I bought these. It was during COVID. These authentic Greek skewers that I could cook like kebabs and chicken skewers and that sort of thing on the barbecue. Yeah. And the reason I love them so much is they're stainless steel. So when you cook with them, it cooks like the meat from the inside out. It's like they were like game changers. And they're my favorite thing that I bought. So not weird, but my favorite.
No, but I like that because I bought some dodgy ones and I used them once and they're a nightmare to clean. I was like, nah, not happening. There you go. I'm going to get a link from you. You're a true influencer, Adam.
Yes, man. I'd prefer to be called a content creator, but yeah, sure.
Pick your lane. All right, number 2, which retailer has most inspired you recently?
I love July luggage. I don't know. There's just something about it. I got an Impact.com July luggage. We did pay for it, Nate, so there wasn't any dodgy deals going on there. But I just love it. I'd prance around the airport. It goes really well. I feel good about the luggage that I've got. I put it up there in my... I love it. So, and I just think they do really cool stuff, and the brand and the way they've gone about it and the way they like connect with community and leverage their community. And I don't know, I just have such a good feeling when I'm interacting and engaging with that brand. So yeah, July luggage.
I love it. I agree with you. Zoe was at the e-commerce social the other night, their GM, and we had a little corner of the room where we had everyone leave their backpacks and their luggage for people who were traveling. That there was a good portion of July luggage in there. And I said, Zoe, come have a look at this. And I showed her the bag pile and she was like, and just genuine excitement that there was so much July there. So like, I just love it from the team here locally as well, that there is just so much excitement about seeing it out in the world. And then, advocates like us who are so happy to share and promote
July because it makes you feel good. So great brand.
Mate, totally. And I love Aussie brands that are doing well. I mean, one of my core passions is helping Aussie brands be successful all around the world. Like I just, want more of that.
I love it. All right, number 3, name a piece of tech that you or your business couldn't live without.
I listen to sales calls via a tech which is called Gong.
Okay.
And now that we've got such a distributed workforce, the ability to be able to listen to how our people are talking to prospective customers and be able to coach them no matter where I am in the world, I love that. So Gong is this piece of technology that sort of sits behind any call that our team is doing, records, and then it's got AI which picks out like keywords and does summaries of the calls. But I can actually go into each call, listen to any part of the call, make some notes, respond to a way that something was being done, and actually coach them post the call anywhere in the world. So I love that piece of technology. It's called Gong.
That's very cool. What would be your number 1 tip for young salespeople in our industry who are, on calls all day? What do you see the most common thing that you coaching your team and other teams that you've been working with on when it comes to sales?
The tip I would give is review. So review your calls, review what worked, what didn't, how do you improve? Just ask yourself those sort of 3 questions and then apply that moving forward, and just do that consistently and unrelentingly day in, day out, and you'll win.
Great tip. Thank you. All right. Number 4, can you recommend a book or a podcast that our listeners should immediately get into?
So there's this podcast, Add to Cart. I highly recommend that. And then I'll give you another podcast, and I'll give you a book as well. So my daily routine is I get up I'm boring. I get up at the same time every day. Yeah. I'm up at 5:30. I meditate, I exercise, and I listen to a podcast which is called Fear and Greed.
Yeah, I love it.
And it's my daily kind of business news, and they talk in pretty simple terms. Yeah. And I like the guys there, Sean Elmer and Michael Thompson.
Adam's the producer from Umbrella, yeah?
Yeah, Adam Lang.
Yeah,
Adam Lang, who I used to work with actually. So, but anyway, that Fear and Greed I listen to every day. The business news, and then there's typically an interview as well with a CEO or someone of note, and it's just kind of my daily routine. So I like that. And the book is called Conscious Business. I highly recommend it. I recommend it to everyone. It's by Fred Hoffman. So it's called Conscious Business, and it's all about creating success beyond success.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's doing business with that in mind, that it's not just about the win, it's about long-term value, it's about long-term partnerships. It's the attitude of an individual to be a player, not a victim. And I just, I really love that book. So Conscious Business.
Great tips. Thank you so much. We will check those out. Last one I've got for you, Adam. What is your biggest challenge today?
I mean, I'm challenged by this every single day, and I really need to get my head right whenever I'm thinking about it. Is task versus relationship. So I'm wired to get shit done.
Yeah.
I'm wired to act. And so quite often I find myself favoring doing a task over building a relationship or really connecting with a team member or my wife or my kids on a personal level. So it's that friction and conflict that I have in my own head, and it's a challenge for me every single day. And so for me, I'm trying to favor more relationship than task, or at least get the balance a bit better. So that's probably the biggest challenge that I have on a daily basis, is that. And then there's focus. There's just so much to do. It's like, what should I be focusing on? What's going to make the biggest difference, the biggest impact? Is I try to calibrate back to that.
Yeah, I love it. And it sounds like you're aware of it, right? I think everyone struggles with it at some point. It's how aware are you that it's happening? And I definitely hear you on that task versus relationships, especially when you go in your position, going from being a leader at work, you've got a significant team there, to being a dad at home, to being a husband. Like, they're all different types of relationships that you've got to nurture. So I loved hearing that from you, because it's definitely something I resonate with. Adam, thank you so much for joining us on the Checkout. We had a great conversation back on our main episode where we had Roger from Brand Collective talking about partnerships and what's coming down the line, how brands can make the most of partnerships in their marketing mix. Go check that out if you haven't already. But Adam, thank you for joining us on the Checkout.
Always love chatting to you, Nate. Thank you.
If Adam's insights sparked your interest, head back to the main episode where Adam talks about the future of partnerships and how automation is helping brands like Reebok and Hush Puppies scale their efforts. From influencer collaborations to affiliate programs, Adam shares valuable strategies for making partnerships a key part of your marketing mix.
Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep adding to cart.